Charlamagne, say the gang, dunk it other day. Charlamagne.
You are a donkey.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
Donkey of the Day does not discriminate.
I might not have the song of the day, but I got the donkey of the day.
So if you ever feel I need to be a donkey, man, hit it with the hero.
Yes, the Breakfast Club, bitches.
Who's donkey of the day today?
Well, Donkey of the Day for Thursday, September 15th goes to Republican Congressman Steve King. Now, I had told myself I wasn't going to acknowledge anyone who is upset over the protests that have been going on in the NFL, people who have had things to say about Colin Kaepernick, simply because if you would rather talk about the actions of people not standing for the national anthem rather than talk about the social injustice going on that's causing them not to stand, then I would rather not talk to you, okay? I have said it over and over again. I care about actual patriotism, not symbols of patriotism like the flag. I would rather someone stand for poor and disenfranchised, oppressed people experiencing injustice than stand for the flag. That's just me. I care more about actual people than I do a flag. I mean, that's what humanity is, right? Inhumane, racist people who think their race is superior think otherwise, and they try to hide it under the guise of don't disrespect the flag. When you disrespect the flag, you're disrespecting the military, you're disrespecting cops. I wonder, do these people who say these things realize that African Americans, people of color, we fall under that flag too, right? Same way y'all think it's a lack of respect for cops and military, we think it's a lack of respect for us. But everybody gets empathy except for black people, so it seems. Okay, we start demanding justice. They tell us shut the hell up and be happy to be here. But even though I said I wouldn't address certain detractors of the protests, I have to acknowledge Steve King. Okay, this Republican congressman from Iowa made an appearance on Newsmax TV on Wednesday where he equated Colin Kaepernick's silent protest of the national anthem to being sympathetic to ISIS. Let's hear it.
Colin Kaepernick is representing the San Francisco 49ers when he puts on that uniform, when he steps out on the stage, the world stage. He's taken advantage of that, and he's undermining patriotism. I understand that he has an Islamic girlfriend that is his fiance, and that this has changed him. He's taken on some different political views along the way. This is activism that's sympathetic to ISIS.
Okay, let's unpack this, as the intellectuals say. Let's unpack this. Okay, first of all, Steve King, all Muslim Americans aren't terrorists. That's number one. I'm sure you wouldn't want someone to look at all white men as racist, so let's not generalize and spread Islamophobia just to hide the fact you really hate seeing someone stand up for the poor and disenfranchised and oppressed in this country, especially when that person is a person of color. Okay, Steve King is spreading that fear of Muslims and Islam even after Colin Kaepernick dispelled rumors he had converted to Islam. Colin told USA Today on September 7th, I have great respect for the religion, know a lot of people that are Muslim and are phenomenal people, but I think that rumor of conversion comes along with people's fear of this protest as well as Islamophobia in this country. Yes, Colin, I agree. First, they try to make him look unpatriotic, saying he's anti-military, anti-police, when all he really is anti-prejudice, anti-injustice. But now, not only do you want to make him look unpatriotic, you want to paint him as a full-blown terrorist, a Muslim extremist? In the words of Joe Biden, that's a bunch of malarkey. Okay? Now, what was really ridiculous about this statement was this part right here.
This is activism that's sympathetic to ISIS.
Whoa.
Play it one more
Come
time.
on.
One more time.
This is activism that's sympathetic to ISIS.
That is so ridiculous.
Come on, man. Colin Kaepernick's silent protest is sympathetic to ISIS.
Come on.
ISIS.
It's so ridiculous.
The terrorist organization that wants to destroy us all. Okay, that's who Colin Kaepernick is being sympathetic to. I could have sworn he was being sympathetic to people of color and oppressed people. Can we play back why Colin Kaepernick is doing this in the first place?
I'll continue to sit. I'm going to continue to stand with the people that are being oppressed. There's a lot of things that need to change. One specifically is police brutality. This stand wasn't for me. This stand wasn't because I feel like I'm being put down in any kind of way. This is because I'm seeing things happen to people that don't have a voice.
I heard no mention of ISIS.
Nah. Unless that's what ISIS stands for also. And I wasn't aware.
If I care about poor and disenfranchised people, oppressed people, people of color who are dying at the hands of police, if I care about those folks, I'm being sympathetic to ISIS? Yeah, you a minority. You down with ISIS?
Absolutely not.
Envy, you a minority. You Dominican. You down with ISIS?
I am not Dominican, and I'm not down with ISIS.
Okay. I don't like how you had to say that you're not Dominican first. All right. Now, I'm not down with them. I'm just black. But if someone stands up to make sure we are all treated with equality and justice, they are now labeled as being sympathetic to ISIS. So in Steve King's eyes, black people are equivalent to a terrorist organization. That's what you're telling me? If I stand up to demand people of color get treated equally in this country, if I speak out against the injustice people of color are facing, I get told I'm sympathetic to ISIS. And it's people like this, with this mentality towards black people, who have the audacity, the unmitigated gall, to wonder why NFL players are protesting in the first place. Give Iowa Congressman Steve King the biggest hee-haw, please.
Wow. All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today. What?
Is the minority now the majority now?
What'd you say?
Like, as far as calling people minorities. Are we a majority
Not
yet?
African Americans.
But yeah, minorities isn't just African Americans, though. That
brown people will be in by the year 2043, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken. But don't quote me on that. I know nothing.
So it'll be a majority.
All right. Well, up next is Ask Ye. You want to speak to somebody who knows something? 800-585-1051. You need help with your relationship. You're going through some problems. 800-585-1051. Call Ye right now. She'll help you with your problems. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.